Oh, I forgot to turn on the lights behind us.
All right. Yeah, we need those lights, don't we? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
We're dying.
How you doing?
We're dying.
It is time for the weekly live readings. There we go. We're not even prepared, man. Let's get a few people to tune in here, and then we're going to talk about a few things before we get started. I think we got a pretty small list to start off again, right? It's decent.
9, 10.
9. That's about average.
Yeah.
So that's decent. Anywho, there's a couple of you up in here. I normally hate it when people do that and they say, let's wait for some people to tune in. But we kind of do need to wait for some people to tune in before we talk about things here. There's 23 of you in here now. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Wait till she gets back. I think she has to blow her nose. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Yeah, we got about 9 to start with, which is decent. Okay, there y'all are. 41 of you. That's about how many tune in every time. So, okay, so we're going to be doing 1 hour time blocks at a time today. As you can probably tell by our voices, we're just a little bit under the weather, just a little bit. So we want to conserve our energy. So in order for me to be able to bring high value shit to the table, I need to conserve my energy. So we're going to be going for 1 hour at a time. So however many parts, whether it's 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, it's going to be 1 hour at a time. We're going to cut it off after an hour. So yeah. Other than that,
I'm getting the list together.
She's getting everything all together.
We've been in bed for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Nevaeh got sick on Monday, and then this girl, she never ever misses school. I had her stay home all week long.
She never gets sick either.
She never gets sick, and she never misses school. She didn't go to any soccer practice, no games, so we've been taking care of her, and then somehow we both got it at the same exact time.
At the same exact time, yeah.
So
but we've been on top of it with some pretty special meds that have, I think, seriously accelerated the healing process.
Yeah.
Because it's only been a couple days, and normally something like this would string on for a week or 2, week and a half, you know?
Yeah, it's just the body aches are the worst, you know? You can't get comfortable, All right, so I'm going to get the list in the comments, and then we're going to start off with Stephanie. Hello, Rich and Leah. Do you see me starting a new career in 2025 through 2026?
Well, I kind of wish I knew. Well, it don't matter, whatever. Let's see. Let's see. 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, reverse, Death card. So, yeah, probably later than sooner, honestly. Now, remember, you're not a victim to the current timeline. So, but if you just let things roll by default and don't really do anything to change your timeline, probably a little bit later than sooner, with the Page of Pentacles reversed being this year, and the Death card, which is a slow, gradual transitionary process. Oh, yep, there it is. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So if it's 2025, it'll probably be later, but probably later 2025 to early 2026. I'm kind of feeling like you're probably going to have a couple of different options to choose from, though. And there's also some opportunities that you're not seeing. And I know that's annoying to hear that, but if you're not a frequency match, you're not going to see it, you know. So let's see what else wants to come through. 6 of Pentacles reversed. Yep, same thing. Same thing. If you just let things roll by default, the majority of 2025 is going to be a plateau. Letting things roll by default at the earliest, late 2025. Me, though, I'm the type that if I hear a timeline like that, I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm going to make it happen now. So if you want to get out there and start taking action now, ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah. So by the time 2026 is over, yes, you will have already changed your career. Guaranteed.
Okay. Next is for Janice. Okay. Now I've got rid of the double lying, deceiving Gemini devil from last time. Is this new Virgo my person or another karmic test? P.S. I'm a Taurus. Also bought a top that should have arrived in the UK by now. Is it on the way? Order number, blah, blah, bought on March 6th. So I wanted to address that for anyone else who's maybe bought merchandise. I don't know what is going on with the place that handles that, Teespring.
Yeah.
We ordered something for Nevaeh's birthday. We ordered something in January and we still have not received it. And we reached out to their, what was it, like tech support or not tech support? It would
just
be like
customer service. Yeah.
And they said that there's a huge back order or something. So I was like, okay, well, we could just wait. And then still waiting. I ended up having to completely issue a refund. So go, if you could find maybe the email, like the confirmation email you got, and try to figure out how to contact customer service and just cancel the order. I mean, that's all I can say right now. And I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. That's out of our control. We don't have nothing to do with that. And it sucks because like we wanted some stuff too.
Yeah, we just partner with them and they sell a design and just give us a little piece of the money. So it's mainly them. And that's annoying because, my daughter likes to wear t-shirts with my logo on it. And she's had one for so long that it's all worn out and crusty. So I went to buy her a new one for her birthday and it just never showed up. We waited for like 2 months. Finally just canceled it. So
yeah, like this month we literally just canceled it like maybe a week or two ago. Because I was like, I'm not waiting anymore. We just reorder it maybe and it'll be faster. I don't know. But yeah, apologies for that. Anyways, did you get the question?
Is this Virgo my person or another karmic test?
She got basically dropped the Gemini who was...
Well, tests aren't karmic, and karma doesn't mean test. We will see what kind of soul contract it is. And by the way, even if it does turn out to be karma, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. I would argue from everything that I've seen on my journey and in my career, the majority of life partnerships that are happening right now aren't divine life partnerships. They're karmic life partnerships. You can do that. You and a karmic partner can build a life partnership. It's just that word, karma, has so much negative stigma attached to it. I don't have time to sit and explain why, but just keep that in mind. There it is, the karmic wheel. So yeah, you and this person, I had a feeling that I should have been talking about that. You and this person do have karma, absolutely. Now, speaking of which, my past life card also came out. So what karma means is unfinished business from a past life. I wish I had time to break down and explain how that works. But that would take me about probably 20 or 30 minutes to sit and explain all that. But that's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing, okay? You all had some kind of contract in a past life that got messed up, so you agreed to come back and try it again in this lifetime. With the Ace of Cups here and the Four of Wands, a life partnership is possible. It is possible. Just because you're karmic soulmates doesn't mean you couldn't build a life partnership. Let's see what the second spread says. Knight of Swords reverse, Six of Wands. Okay, so, and the King of Cups. So you all could build a life partnership. There is potential, but to try to summarize it, when you come together with a past life karmic soulmate, that is energetically no different than reconciling with your ex. That energy of unfinished business, when you part ways with somebody, if you don't heal it and don't release it, it never goes anywhere, ever. And it carries through into the next lifetime. So that energy bubbles up between the two of you from the past life. And that's, in short, what makes karmic soulmates so, those kind of contracts are so notoriously challenging. But yeah, if the two of you could work through all the energy and whatnot in the beginning, you absolutely could build a life partnership if you wanted to. All right.
Okay, next is Kylie. Where do you see my relationship going? Thank you.
Kind of wish I knew like how long y'all been together. Is this a new relationship?
Or in the chat?
Yeah, is this a new relationship or what? I'll see the soul contract, but since I don't really know anything about the situation, all I can really tell you is what's in the soul contract, and I'll see if I can get a read on the energy. Four Wands reverse. Four Swords reverse, rather. Moon card reversed. Ooh, past life karma with the karmic wheel right there. Well, I don't really know how long you all have been together. I'm not 100% sure why you're asking where I see it going, but it does kind of look like a temporary karmic contract. Like as soon as you all complete the karma, it will be time to move on from this. I don't know how long you all have been together. Let me see what the second spread says. King of Swords. Fool reversed. Okay. Two of Swords. Well, yeah. So I don't really know how long y'all have been together or what your concerns are. So I can't dig too deep. But it does look like a temporary karmic contract. And so like as soon as the karma is completed and cleared, you will feel an energetic shift that will be pulling you and the person away from each other. Maybe you're already feeling that, and that's why you're asking the question. I'm not sure. But yeah, it does look like a temporary karmic contract that you'll more than likely be energetically pulled away from as soon as it's complete.
Okay, next is for Jay. I have a past connection that I'm hung up on. I feel that there is a spiritual connection between us. Should I move on or be patient?
Well, there's a spiritual connection between you and everybody you ever connected with. Don't need a tarot card to tell you that. Absolutely. But I'll see what the contract is and see if there's unfinished business. Or if the contract was completed successfully. 7 of Cups reverse. Eight of Swords reversed. The Judgment reversed. So I don't know how long in the past this was, but so it's completed itself successfully, but it hasn't seen itself all the way through yet, if that makes any sense. So it puts you on the path you needed to be on, but you haven't hit the target yet. So it's kind of like a connect the dots puzzle. First, this has to happen, and then that makes this happen, and then this makes this happen, and this makes this happen. And there's a lot of dots that need to connect before you hit the target. Does that make sense? So there isn't unfinished business, but there is a reason why you're hung up on this situation. It's influencing you in ways that won't make sense until after it's done. And even at that, to some people, it still doesn't make sense. But as long as you hit the target, it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. In order for it to have been successfully completed. But I think to answer your question as directly as possible, there's no unfinished business, so there's no real spiritual purpose for the two of you to reconnect. The primary reason why you and this person connected was to alter the trajectory of your life back. Primary. Death card. That's my bunk contract card. See the paths right there? And the death card. So, there's no spiritual purpose for the two of you to reconnect, but this is going to influence you in ways that won't make sense until later on down the line.
Ugh, how are you even working right now? You are so strong and brave.
I got to.
And you were working last night too.
Yeah, I got to.
I'm dizzy. I think you're feeling better than I am, though.
Maybe. The horsey medicine.
Horsey medicine. That sounds so bad. Are you not allowed to say that word on?
We've been taking ivermectin. Now it's just that how am I going to word this? Some things that,
I don't think you should say. You're on your main channel.
Well, I'm not going to say directly. That's been known to cure some things that they don't want you to know you can cure. And those videos blow up and go viral. And then social media puts the slap down on you. And then this one dude even had the Secret Service come to his house. So you better take that video down.
Oh my God.
So that's why you kind of got to talk in code. Our horses are sick. So we got ivermectin. And it's helping our horses tremendously. How about that?
Yeah. The horsies are not feeling good. Okay. Next is for Yaz. Are me and Marco going to end up together?
Is it a past person? Have you been with this person before? Is it person in the chat? Can you see if they're in the chat?
I'm looking.
Yes, let us know if you're in the chat. I want to know is this a past person? Don't we have that in the description to please add that?
Yeah, but sometimes it gets missed.
Is that a person you've been with before, or is it like a potential new person you've never been with?
I don't think they're in the chat.
Okay, well, let's see what comes through. King of Pentacles reverse. Five of Pentacles. Uh-oh. Well, this is telling me that there is a potential the two of you could end up getting together, but for some reason it ends in disappointment with the 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords reversed, 5 of Cups. That's why I'm wondering it is a past person, because this has a lot of energy that could be on and off, but without knowing that, I can't say what it is. That's one of the reasons why I asked for a few details. It's like these two cards right here. Depending on what kind of situation this is, this could be saying two completely different things. So I can't really dig very deep without knowing what kind of situation you're dealing with. So it's possible. It is possible, but it's telling me that it wouldn't last very long. It would probably end up in disappointment with the 5 of Cups there. Let me see what the second spread says. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Wands. King of Swords. Tower card. Yeah. Well, it depends on what you mean by end up. Maybe briefly. Again, I don't know what kind of situation this is, so I can't dig too deep. I would just say that whatever kind of situation it is, I wouldn't put your life on hold for too long. If it doesn't seem like it wants to flow naturally and organically, don't try to force it. Don't try to fight it, because it could end up in disappointment.
Okay, next is Michelle. Is there a love interest coming my way?
We'll see if you have any contracts due. Magician reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. Well, I don't think you have any miscellaneous contracts due. At least nothing prominent. No prominent karmic contracts, bunk contracts, or anything like that. So that would mean that there is nothing left but your divine life partner. So that means it's a matter of getting on that frequency that will attract that person in. And that's the tricky part. Because just because there's nothing left, contractually, that doesn't guarantee that your divine life partner is going to make their way in. You got to attract that person in, So I kind of wish I knew how long ago your last relationship was, because I am kind of getting some energy from the past hanging on you. That's very normal. That happens all the time. It's just depending on how long ago your last relationship was, I could dig that up and explain it a little bit better. But there's nothing left but your divine life partner with the Lover's card here. But with the 5 of Wands and the Ace of Cups reversed, there's still some past energy that needs to be released. I don't know for how long. I don't know how long you've been holding that energy. Let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Cups reversed. Hangman reversed. World card reversed. Yeah, past energy. There's still some past energy weighing you down. But yeah, so I don't know how long you've been holding that energy. I don't know if your last relationship was a month ago, a year ago, or 5 years ago. I don't know. So I can't really dig up and explain too much beyond that. But the good news is you don't have any prominent miscellaneous contracts. So if you're able to get on that healing path and start releasing shit and transmuting it and ascending in vibration, and as long as you're paying close attention to your energy and you're being very picky and choosy of what the energy feels like between you and anybody you connect with, yeah, you'll attract your divine life partner in the next couple of years, very likely.
Okay, next is for Luna. I'm moving on from waiting for a romantic connection with him. How does Max perceive me? What is his feelings towards me overall? I had asked Rich a few weeks ago 2 questions purchased about Max. I took the advice given. I have decided not to wait to be chosen and to emotionally move on. So for my closure, I just want to know, what is Max's space towards me? Whatever, space. What is actually real with this eclipse? I want to drop all illusions. So yeah, how does he perceive?
Well, I tell people this all the time. As far as your closure and your healing, nothing helps you do more healing and find more closure than being able to release that on your own without knowing. Just to let you know. Nothing will help you do quantum leaps in evolution, turn you into a completely different person better than being able to heal from something without an apology, without an explanation, without knowing. Because that means you're transmuting the energy yourself. Just keep that in mind. I'll see what we can dig up here. But take that with you on your journey. Let's see. Hermit reverse. I'm feeling like this person's just the type of person that doesn't want to be alone. So, how do I explain that? So this is the type of person that burns a bridge and runs from it. Does that make sense? So like whatever happened between the two of you, he's running from it and trying to distract himself from it. You know, just doesn't want to be alone. I don't know how successful he is at finding somebody new. So I can't look at the details of his life. I don't know if he's in a new relationship or not, but it looks like he's walking away from this. If something bad happened between the two of you in the past, it looks like he's holding a grudge. He's looking back on the past negatively. But no, it looks with the 8 of Cups here like he's walking away from this and just wanting to play around and play games and distract himself from his pain, basically. I don't think he's ready to sit with his own shit, with his own pain and whatnot. So, you know, when you're not ready to sit with yourself, you run away from the bridges that you burned and you play around and distract yourself from the pain. Let's see.
So how does that?
Huh?
That doesn't answer her question though.
Yeah, it does.
How does he feel about her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's distracting himself from it so that he can't feel anything about it.
Oh, I see.
Ten of Cups reversed. For some reason, I'm not sure why, he doesn't believe the two of you would be able to have something successful together. I don't know why. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but he doesn't believe that it would work. So yeah, so at the end of the day, when you have to make a strong concerted effort to try to forget about something, when you're running from something, what does that mean? That means that at a deep level, he still feels some type of way about it, but he's not ready to sit with it. So he's running from himself. So that's the problem. When it's one thing to have your guard up and not want to let somebody in because you don't trust them. It's another thing to have your guard up and you don't even want to face it yourself. And that's what he's doing. So yeah, he's hurt. He's still feels some type of way about your all's connection, but he's not mature enough to sit with it himself. So it's like he's just trying to run from it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't know the details of what happened between the two of you, but that's about all I can get out of that right there.
Okay, next is for Cora. This is a current person. I don't know if you want me to say his name or not, so I'm not going to say the name. Current person, he's a Leo. I want to know if it's going anywhere / intentions, because I know he's still hung up on an ex, but what am I? He is a current person in my life right now. I have eyes for only this person, but I want to know where it's going / his intentions, because I know he's still hung up on an ex who done him wrong, but still wants to be with. I'm hoping that I can change his mind.
So this is a new person. So that would be new person. Somebody you just recently got with? Okay. I normally don't call that current person. Usually when I say current person, I'm talking about a current long-term relationship. So new person. Well, I don't even know if I should look at the soul contract on that, should I? You don't even know his intentions. That's not good.
Well, she knows that he still has feelings for his ex, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Probably if he's just using her or not, because yeah.
And King of Swords. It doesn't look like he's overwhelmed with emotion for you. He doesn't know how he feels or what he wants. And that's most of the time. Most of the time, about 90% of the time, when you don't know how they feel, it's because they don't know how they feel.
How do you not know how you feel? That's dumb.
That's why when you're hung up on a past person, you have no business getting in a relationship. You know?
How do you just be like numb and just be like, oh, I don't know?
Because what it is, like she said, still hung up on somebody from the past, hoping to try to find somebody to fill that void, and it doesn't fucking work. So at the end of the day, it's hard to explain. It's like trying to use another relationship as a drug, to try to numb the pain. And, it doesn't work that way. So the unfinished business from the past is still pretty heavy. I don't think he's even trying to fall in love with anybody. I don't think so. So where is it going? It doesn't really look like it's going anywhere very fast. Actually, with the death card here, and see, look, he don't know what the hell he wants at all. And here soon, the connection's probably going to start getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Hopefully, once you feel that it just doesn't seem like it's moving forward, you'll know when to kind of back away, because if not, tension's going to start building, and it could potentially turn ugly if you don't let go on time. Let me see what the second spread says. Yeah, see, 6 of Swords reversed. So yeah, he is very hung up on the past. Very much so. Very much so. So I would just be careful with it. I don't know how long you've been dealing with this person, but the whole energy of not knowing what his intentions are, I wouldn't let that energy linger for too long. You should somehow, some way be gaining clarity on what his intentions are. Okay. Now, when I say gain clarity, that doesn't mean ask me. Okay. You're more than welcome to ask me. I'm not saying don't ask me. What I'm saying is when you ask me, that's not gaining clarity. Gaining clarity means that you hear it from him. And yeah, because with the Lover's card reversed here and all this past energy, he's trying to fill a void. He's trying to fill a void in his heart and distract himself from his pain. And that is very, 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 very risky business. I've never personally seen that type of dynamic work out successfully. So be careful with that. He's just trying to fill a void. Is really all he's trying to do.
Jeez. Okay. Next is for Antoinette. So she bought 2. And then I did show Rich that email that you sent a couple days ago. And sorry, I didn't respond. Like we said, we've been in bed, like not feeling good. So I haven't really gotten back to a lot of emails. But I did see it and I showed him. And I think that'll kind of help a little bit, like with your question. So, first one, am I ready for my divine life partner to come into my life? And then do you remember the email she was saying like she's releasing the past person? And I'm pretty sure she's bought in both of your courses. I know she's bought in the manifestation one. I'm pretty sure she bought the life partner one too.
Well, then you should know that you're ready for that person to come into your life when you are feeling so abundant from within that your divine life partner is the last thing on your mind.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure she bought it.
Hermit reverse. And just know that when it comes to releasing a past person, a lot more goes into it than just simply saying, I release it. A whole lot more goes into it. So it depends on what you mean by are you ready? Depends on what you mean by that. You're not a vibrational match yet, but there are no other miscellaneous contracts due. So once you do fully release, which will take some time, it'll take some time. Like I said, a lot more goes into healing and transmuting than just saying I release it. Now that is an important thing. I'm not saying don't do that. That's an important step. But just know that it takes time to fully release it. You haven't released it until you're literally actually feeling gratitude for what happened. That's when you release it. You release it when you're glad it happened. And that can take time for everything to unfold the way it's supposed to unfold, for you to be able to see the deeper meaning behind it all. Sometimes it can take years. But yes, once you do really start releasing enough of this energy, then yeah, your divine life partner is the next thing that's due to come in. There's no other prominent miscellaneous contracts due. Let's see what the second spread says. Star card reversed. King of Swords reversed. Yeah, see, Devil card. Still quite a bit of past energy attached to you, and that's normal. That's very normal. I couldn't even release anybody in less than a year. I couldn't. I don't know any energy worker that can transmute and release something like that in less than a year. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that. Just saying that, you know, with the energy work that goes into that, it takes time to release all that. And again, your divine life partner comes in when you have filled that void in your heart, so much so that your divine life partner is the last thing on your mind. And if you got the manifesting finances and you looked at the science and quantum physics behind how manifestation works, you would understand why that is.
Yeah, she bought all the courses.
Okay, so you've seen the science behind manifestation. So you understand why thinking about it and focusing on it blocks it from coming in. So, what's the other question?
Okay, so second question is, will finances grow with my YouTube automation channel? Which I read that you invested without fear, and that's really cool. Because it is hard to not be afraid and just do it and just know something's coming back. So I commend you on that. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also working on stuff like that myself.
So, yes, your finances will grow, but I don't think it's going to be in ways that you would expect. That doesn't mean that what you're working on right now won't grow. It could, but that's not the end all be all your forever career. Now, this is another big part about investing without fear. Because, well, like me, when I got on my path, I invested thousands, plural with an S, while I was making minimum fucking wage and money I could barely fucking afford to spend. Barely. On online courses, building websites, running Google ads, running Facebook ads for almost 2 straight years. And every business I built crashed and burned. And then my YouTube channel blew up by fucking accident when this was the last thing I was thinking about ever doing in my life. So be open to unexpected twists and turns. But just to let you know, you're on the right path. Yes, your finances will grow, but there will be unexpected twists and turns. Let me see if I can get a little bit more specifics. 10 swords, yeah. So, yeah, if you push it hard enough, you could probably see a little bit of income with what you're working on right now. But I think whether you see income with that or not, what you're doing right now is teaching you lessons that you're going to need to learn later on down the line when your real blessings are handed to you. And it's not going to make sense right now. It could be frustrating. It could be scary. It could be annoying. You could just want to completely give up. But by the time the universe hands you what's really being prepared for you, it'll make sense. So you're on the right path. Stay on the path. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know you hate hearing this, but trust the process. All right.
Okay. So next is for sorry, I can barely talk right now. Next is for Safara, are me and my love interest destined to be together. Their birthday is January 7th, 83. Current person, my birthday is July 25th, 84.
So Leo and Capricorn, challenging energetic combination. Well, the good news is if you're destined to be with somebody, you're going to be with them. But let me see if there's a contract here. Seven of Pentacles. Emperor. Uh-oh. Devil card. Knight of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. It does not look like this person's trying to settle down right now.
She said that He and I dated as kids 27 years ago and reconnected 4 months ago.
Okay. Well, I hope this person has a change of heart, because at least leading up to now, it doesn't really look like this person has had intentions of settling down. King of Cups reverse, Devil card, Seven of Cups. I'm not even seeing the soul contract. I'll try to get that in the next spread. I'm just not really seeing this person trying to settle down right now. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's a soul contract here. It's not even telling me. Let's see what the second spread says. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, Temperance, King of Wands reverse now. And 10 of Pentacles. I wouldn't say destined. I wouldn't use that word. I wouldn't use that word. Emperor and Empress. You could come together if you really wanted to. When did this say they reconnected?
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Well, that window of opportunity is closing in. 4 months. With 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, I'm just not seeing. And the Devil card again.
She said that he's in a current situation that kind of blew up yesterday, kind of like a third party situation.
Well, that must be what that is then. I'm just not seeing settling down on this person's top priority list. How do I word this? I don't want to say sit and wait, because you've been sitting and waiting. Be careful with this is all I can really say. I'm not seeing anything regarding a soul contract. That would almost be a full personal reading. Because like I'm sitting, I can't think of any way to explain this quickly and efficiently without stringing off into something that would take me 15 or 20 minutes to talk about. Just, I wouldn't say destined, but there is a karmic tie, which is tying the two of you together. So just be careful.
So she bought another question too. So let's just do that one too.
Okay.
She wanted to know, why did he come back into her life 4 months ago?
Knight of Pentacles. Probably because of that Devil card energy.
What do you mean? For us who don't understand.
So, with the 10, like you already said that he's already in another situation that's blowing up. So, he's probably trying to find someone else to latch on to, because he either knows it's about to blow up or he's trying to sabotage it. He wants it to blow up. He's probably ready to move on from that and on to the next. And he's trying to secure the next person he's going to jump in with. You know, I would imagine the third party was you. Were you the third party? Because from what I'm kind of getting here, I'm not allowed to spy on the close personal details of somebody else's personal private life, but I highly doubt you're the only other person he's been talking to. I just think that, you know, his relationship blowing up has nothing to do with him being an innocent little angel. I think if I was to give an intuitive guess, he's probably trying to sabotage it.
So he reached out to her because his other situation was like going bad. So then he kind of needed someone else to kind of get in bed with.
Yeah, something along the lines of that. It's either he knows that it's about to tank, or I think he's trying to sabotage it, because, you know, why would a new relationship be the first thing on your mind just because your relationship is going bad?
He said that, yeah, she is the third party.
Okay. Yeah. So he's definitely not an innocent little angel. That's not why his relationship is going bad. I think he's trying to sabotage it, just trying to find somebody else to jump in with. And like I've said a million times, most men struggle to find a mate. So your average man, one of the first things whenever he feels like he has no other options to run to, the first thing he thinks is, who from the past would give me a chance again? That goes through every man's mind. Your average man. But just, yeah, I'd say be careful with that because, yeah, I wouldn't say destined, but I don't want to take it slow. It's already been going slow. He's already been in another relationship. That tells you everything you need to know about him. He's not a very trustworthy individual. Just be careful with that. Okay. All right.
Okay. Next is for B. Will my divorce proceeding end quick?
End quick.
I think sometimes they get to drag out or something.
I don't even know what angle to hit that from. What angle should I hit that from?
I don't know. What angle should you hit it from?
Because there's a lot more that goes into our life experiences than just, will this happen this way or will it happen that way? Everything that happens has a reason behind why it's happening. So that's why I look at soul contracts. That's why I look at intentions. That's why I look at all those things, because a lot of things factor into the way things happen.
She said separated last May due to a third party. Divorce paper movement this March. Currently not communicating with him. Will he give me probably a hard time?
Devil card there. Whoops.
Will he give me a hard time?
Well, you all completed your soul contract, so that's good. It looks like at least it is time to walk away. That's a good thing because you completed your soul contract. But with the devil card here, probably try to give you a hard time. Probably try to with the devil energy there. How successful will he be at that? It depends on the energy you put into it, honestly. And it depends on what all is going on in the divorce proceeding. I always try to explain this to people, and a lot of people just really don't understand this. And if you don't understand it, you're better off not taking this advice. So I'm not saying do this, but if you understand the inner workings of energy, the best way to go about separating or a divorce is to just release it all. Release it all. I don't want you. I don't want nothing from you. Have whatever you want, money, car, whatever. I'm out of here. And you will rise up out of that frequency, and the universe will bless you in ways that you can't fucking imagine, dude. But only if you understand the inner workings of energy. If you don't understand how energy works, don't try that, because you will sink. So, Page of Cups reversed, Empress, King of Swords. I mean, I see him planning to try to give you a hard time, but I'm not really seeing any reason why that should happen successfully. I don't see a reason why that should successfully happen. I would say, I don't know if I would say quick. That's a weird question. I've never been asked anything like that before. The soul contract is complete. Karmic wheel came up twice in a row. So there's no spiritual purpose behind the two of you even being together. So according to the soul contract, yes, it should end quick. If it doesn't, all that's going to do is create more karma, because the original contract was completed successfully. So it should.
But like, you know how if he wanted to oppose something that was like in the divorce paper, it could prolong it.
I know.
That's what she means. Like, is it just going to go smooth? And
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it would depend on the lawyer. Like I said, I saw opposing energies coming from him, but I didn't see like 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, which means fighting a battle. None of that came through. So it's kind of, from what I'm seeing, it looks like there's going to be an attempt to try to prolong things, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out very successfully. So I would say it should end quick.
Okay. All right. So we have 3 more. Do you think we could just finish those up?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then when did you want to come back, since we're ending it early?
4 or 5?
You want to wait that long?
But we always do that. What do you mean?
I know, but we usually don't end it until like 1, and then we come back at 4. But we're ending it an hour early, so why come back later than what we would normally?
Well, what time would you want to do it then?
I mean, I'm fine. You're the one who would need to do what you do.
What do you think would be an appropriate time?
Whenever you think you need to come. What? I don't know.
Yeah, we usually do it at 4.
Do you need to nap?
I probably will.
Okay, so usually you need 3 hours, right? So if it's 12, then we would come back at 3 instead of 4. And if we're only doing like 1 hour increments, then like I don't want to push it out further than it needs to be.
You told me it's up to me.
Okay, do you want to come back at 3?
Is it up to me or not?
I don't feel good. So
yes, we can come back at 3.
Okay, I'm just reminding you we're ending an hour earlier. 3 or 4?
Yes. We can come back at 3. You goofball. She thinks she's slick.
I'm not slick. I'm just trying to remind you.
Yes, we can do
because
3.
if it was up to me, we'd come back at 2.
2?
Yeah.
No, I'm not coming back at it.
Exactly. All right. Next is for Rachel. Okay, my friend who was a crush / gym friend blocked me. Will I ever get unblocked and go back to talking or move on? I'm an Aries and they are a Cancer.
Classic Aries and Cancer. That's like the classic karmic partnership pairing. Yeah, let's see what the soul contract is. Well, there's a lot of back and forth energies here. I mean, there's a potential that the 2 of you could reconnect, but like 98% of Aries and Cancer connections I have seen in my life and in my career, on and off. You run the risk of on and off and 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 on and off. And literally, when I say Aries and Cancer, hundreds. That is the number one most common energetic pairing that I have ever seen. And it's always on and off and on and off. So there's a potential. It's not telling me what the contract is here. I would imagine, well, I don't think that it's a long-term life partnership. Let me see what the second spread says. Death card. Well, maybe it's complete. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, on and off. I do think that it's complete, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the 2 of you won't reconnect. So when we have the karmic wheel here, Death card, Tower card reversed. on and off, looping around into a repeat cycle. So I would be careful with that. There's a potential that you could be unblocked. There's potential for that. But just be careful. At some point, learn when to draw the line. Because if you don't learn when to draw the line, this could turn into an on and off cycle that lasts for years. And that's most of the Aries and Cancer connections that I've seen have been on and off for years. So just be careful with that.
Okay. Next is for Lisa. Oh, wait. Yeah. Is Michael, who's a Cancer, and I, who's a Leo, are we seriously over for good this time? 2 years on and off because his friend group, on and off because his friend group, which includes his ex, never accepted me and it was awkward. He also drinks daily with ego.
Will you tell me if you're done for good this time? Are you? Are you? That's ultimately up to you. I'll look at the soul contract, though. I'll see if it's complete. At the end of the day, whether or not you're done for good that's up to you. Let's see. Page of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. This is a codependency connection. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I think that this was completed the first time the two of you separated. I think so. But again, at the end of the day, just because a soul contract is completed, does that mean you all are never going to get back together? Not necessarily. I've probably done upwards of 2,000 readings in my career where people complete a soul contract and come back together anyways. So there's no spiritual purpose for the two of you being together. And this person's not even mature enough to be the person you need them to be anyways. Let's see what the second spread says. King of Coins reverse. Nine of Coins reverse. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. Yeah, well, so it's complete. It was complete the first time you all separated. So I would recommend going on a healing journey and releasing this. That's the question is, if he comes back, are you strong enough to say no? That's the question. Because healing happens in 3 stages: acceptance, understanding, and gratitude. And until you make it through the acceptance phase, you're more than likely going to just keep trying to do it all over again because you haven't even accepted that it's over. Again, that's up to you as to whether or not you have accepted that it's done for good this time. Because when you do finally release this, which is going to take time, it's going to take time, the next contract due to come in is going to make you look back on him and laugh and probably kick yourself in the ass for even fucking with him for 2 years. So, yeah, I would go on a healing journey if I was you.
Okay, last one. It's for Hailstorm. It says, can you read Soul Contract with me and M, recent X/reconciling, hopefully? If not, what are his feelings and intentions? And then she said, he doesn't share emotions, and I know there's underlying tension, so trying to see what to do.
Well, I have to pick one of those questions. And in regards to potential reconciliation, the most important thing to look at would be the soul contract. And if the soul contract is incomplete, that's when feelings and intentions play a factor. But if the soul contract is incomplete, the simple fact that you're not clear on his feelings and intentions is going to pose a problem and lead to the demise of the connection, no matter what you try to do. So that's where I'm getting ahead of myself, though. Let's just see what the contract is. Three of Cups, Magician, Tower card. Yeah. Well, I do think that it is complete, honestly. I think it was completed a long time before it ended. So that's going to make it tricky to attempt reconciliation. It's going to make it tricky. It's going to make it really tricky. Let's see what the second spread says. So when you complete a soul contract, the universe usually gives you a window of opportunity to figure out what you're going to do. And it will slowly apply pressure and apply pressure. And if you think back on it, you might be able to pinpoint the day that it happened. You don't always, but a lot of times you can pinpoint the day that the contract was complete, because the energy very frequently will change overnight. And it's not like those times where all you just are having a bad day or they're having a bad day, you know, it just never goes away. It keeps getting heavier and heavier and worse and heavier. And then if you just keep ignoring it, that's when the tower gets kicked over, because you went past the window of time. Lover's card reversed again. Okay. So, yeah, well, it's a completed contract, though. Can you rewrite a new contract? Yes, you can. But you have to have pretty solid work, effort, and dedication on both parts. And if you're confused about this person's feelings, that person isn't dedicated. If that person's dedicated enough to rewriting a new contract, you will know how that person feels. You will know. But it is complete, though. So just be careful attempting reconciliation, because if the two of you attempt reconciliation on a completed contract with the same energy that was brought to the table last time, it'll result in a repeat cycle. So just be careful with that. All right. Is that the last one?
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what she's saying.
Who?
The one you just read for her.
Oh.
What do you mean? I was looking for a progress report. I'm confused. I don't see the one that you're talking about. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Okay. So that's the end of the list. Between now and 3 p.m. Pacific time, if orders come in, we'll come to a part 2. If they don't, we'll see you next week. All right.
Thank you all. Bye.
Have a good one.